Hash Marks podcast. As you can see, I'm Matt Lombardo, very much in the holiday spirit, joined by my friend, colleague, mentor, Mike Tanier, the purveyor of the Two Deep Zone. And at least for a day, looks like you're ready to play Secret Santa.
I'm ready. Look at you. Look at your background. It looks like the Hallmark Christmas Channel. It looks like there's like a romantic comedy coming on, but like in every scene. Have you ever watched the Hallmark Christmas Channel, Matt?
Oh, some of those are real terrible. And like
There's
my wife, God bless her, she's been wanting to watch some of these holiday movies. And thankfully, I've come upstairs from the home office on Sunday night and seen some of the Hallmark movies on the TV. So I have been given a reprieve from at least some of them.
there is a Buffalo Bills one and there's a Kansas City Chiefs one. And I'm waiting for them to do a Philadelphia Eagles one, which will be basically a boyfriend and girlfriend screaming about Nick Sirianni or something like that. But if you ever watch, there's never not a Christmas tree in the background. Like you would be, say, the boyfriend talking, and there'd be the tree and the stocking behind you. Then when they cut over your shoulder to the girlfriend, they would have a tree and a stocking behind her. It's like, is there in every corner of this particular house a tree? It's amazing. But no, I'm ready to play Secret Santa. You're ready to play Secret Santa. You were telling me off camera, though, there was a catastrophe, something to rival my near flooding of the kitchen happened in your house.
You had a near catastrophe. You had a close call that thankfully Casa de Tanier and Two Deep Zone headquarters survived. 30 minutes before kickoff on Sunday. And just to set the scene, part of my routine is, since my home office is in the basement, basically attached to the laundry room, on Sundays, I'm in charge of the laundry. So I'll throw the load of laundry in, put it in the thing, bring it upstairs. My wife will fold it. The process repeats itself. So I figured, okay, I'll get a head start on this. It's Christmas week. You know, these games aren't exactly compelling and grabbing my attention early. So a half hour before kickoff, I threw in a load of wash and I went to get it out, and I realized that either Sophia, who people on the podcast are familiar with, or my son Luca, they had a pack of crayons go through the laundry and through the dryer. And well, God, you pull out some clothes, some sweatshirts, some pants, and there's like yellow splotches and blue and red streaks. And there I am at 12:40, ready to like clean out the dryer drum, and I'm scrubbing it and think I got it. Google and YouTube says throw a white rag in there that's wet and see if it'll like come out with changing colors. And if it doesn't, you got all of it. Okay, I got all of it. The rag came out white. But in the second load of wash, more yellow. So I'm like, I am terrified to use the dryer. So we have like half of our laundry just downstairs in the office waiting to get cleaned.
It's hidden in there. It's Luca and the magic crayon. The crayon will never go away. Or Luca's tie-dye service. That was the other thing I was thinking of. Yeah, I think crayon, older guy here. I think crayon comes out. If it was marker, forget about it. You could toss everything.
Yeah. So it was probably Luca. Luca probably had it from daycare or from a restaurant. You know, they give you the crayons with the kids meal, whatever it is. So note to self, make sure you check the pockets twice. Whether you're naughty or nice, check them twice.
Absolutely. Yeah. You spot this. I know it's stereotypical. Girls take care of their stuff. Yeah. Generally, boys are like, and like, cram it in the pockets, stick it in my sock, everything. Yeah, you'll get that. By the way, I don't know anything about girls. To be clear, I raised two boys, but they didn't take care of anything. So I assume that girls take care of stuff.
And that kind of like carries through. I mean, I think it was probably about 2 years ago that I decided I didn't want to be a slob anymore, you know? So it's kind of hereditary, you know? You shed the slob gene at some point, but this is going to be a really fun show. My laundry catastrophe and half-cleaned clothes, Lucas tie-dye service in full effect notwithstanding. If you enjoy the podcast, if you enjoy all of this and the banter and the analysis and the fun conversations, be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts. You can check us out on my YouTube channel at Matt Lombardo 975, but please leave those 5-star reviews and ratings on Apple Podcasts. They help grow the show for the Between the Hash Marks podcast. And if you enjoy Mike's firebrand of storytelling, the dad jokes, the analytics deep dives, subscribe to the Two Deep Zone on Substack. If you enjoy my reporting, the storytelling, the insider nuggets, subscribe to Between the Hash Marks on Substack as well. Will you have any big plans for tomorrow? Because I thought maybe we could start the Christmas spirit maybe a little bit early.
What do you have?
I have some old-fashioned eggnog here.
Oh,
with
nice.
the grated nutmeg right on top. It's not
Okay.
spiked because I'm
Okay.
on dad duty,
Okay.
but it is the eggnog, and I figured raise a glass to you, my friend, our second Christmas special here on the podcast, to decades of friendship and colleagueship, and to all the listeners, readers, and subscribers. Can't thank everyone enough for following, reading, listening, watching, and subscribing along. You make all this possible, and none of it, we wouldn't be here without you guys.
Eggnog sound. I don't take eggnog. I don't do hot cocoa either. So I just put my iced coffee into this. I'm not on dad duty. I'm probably gonna be starting in about an hour or two, but this is wonderful. Also, I realize you're on dad duty and someone might be within earshot. Santa is watching. Santa is
Yes.
watching, and Santa knows when you put stuff in front of the camera there.
Yeah.
And Santa
That's
follows
right.
me. Santa follows me on social network. We follow each other. I can DM Santa. I'm just saying that right now. Your father and I have been in the media for a long time. We do have some connections. So don't
Yes.
think Santa won't find out about this. But eggnog, iced coffee,
Eggnog, iced coffee.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. There'll be something stronger happening soon. Trust me.
Oh
Speaking of
yes,
tradition,
the eggnog later on will have much more than just the freshly grated nutmeg on top.
there might
Guaranteed.
not be any eggnog in that eggnog. But my son will be cooking for the first time tomorrow for Christmas Eve. I do Christmas Day still. Someday he'll
Yeah.
take over for me. But he's doing the ziti. This came up, and you're a good person to ask about this. It came up in the mailbag. We used it in part 3 of mailbag. Someone
I
asked
read
me
it.
about
I read it. I read the mailbag. I saw this question.
Fins Up 72, and it wasn't a question. It was more of a comment, or it was more of a personal attack. But someone asked about my holiday traditions, Christmas traditions, and someone came in before I could respond. This Feast of the Seven Fishes is not a real Italian thing. Come at me, fight me. I believe that was Pins Up 72, if you're listening. That was you. We talked about it a little on the thing. Do you do Feast of the Seven Fishes on Christmas Eve or in this week at all?
No, we do not. The Lombardo household, from me growing up to Casa de Lombardo now, we've never partook in these Feast of the Seven Fishes. I'll be making the baked ziti on Christmas Eve, just like your son. We should have
Yes.
a baked ziti cook-off, right?
Uh,
Maybe we'll
yeah.
we'll send a hot plate to your place. You can send one over to ours and see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Okay.
But we've never done the Seven Fishes. My mom used to make lasagna on Christmas Eve when I was growing up. My father, though, shout out to Papa Lombardo. Ever since I was little, he steamed the shrimp. So we got the cocktail shrimp that he makes, family recipe handed down from my great uncle Joe. My dad was smart enough to follow him around before like Thanksgivings and Easters and Christmases and like study
I'll
this
learn
and
it.
perfect the method. So I need to like get on the ball here and learn it so the tradition continues. But the cocktail shrimp is the closest we come to the seven fishes. How about you guys?
That's us too. Now the thing is, I knew like our family didn't do it. Our family is kind of a melange. Like you said, Casa di Lombardo, and it's like, yeah, some of the Italian might have bled out along the way when you say Casa di Lombardo. And when I say that our family's a melange, that sounds like some of the Taniers got in there. But some of the families in the neighborhood did in Fairview Village have the seven fish. My grandma would talk about how, oh, such and such over there, the Sardos, they're having the seven fish. So it might be just either what part of Italy it came from or who in the family was comfortable or if they even like seafood. Because you had the shrimp. We would sometimes have shrimp. Sometimes we would have mussels.
Yeah.
And so,
Or like a lobster tail, maybe. I think the one year we did like a lobster tail. I think it was just when it was my wife and I during the pandemic. I think that since it was a smaller Christmas Eve, we did like the lobster tail. That was as close as we ever got to the seven fishes.
right. Or my aunt Annie DeFicio, she would go out, she would make spaghetti and clams. It was an
Oh,
authentic
nice.
spaghetti and clam. But you think about those clams, she had to pull them out of the freezer. So if you go back too far in history, you're not having clams on December 24th because where'd you get them and what state are they in at this point? So we didn't do much of that. But like when I cook, it's kind of like fish of the Feast of the Seven Pigs. Because we're going to have the ham. We're going to have my jambalaya. Okay, not
Okay.
exactly authentic Italian recipe, but there's other ethnicities here, and that's got spicy sausage in there. Another Italian delicacy, kibasi and sauerkraut. I was just buying the kibasi, and we have two different types of.
That's a New Year's thing because my mother is German European mixture, and I have a very repulsive reaction to sauerkraut. I just
I
the
can
smell
imagine.
like destroys me. But I
Uh-huh.
remember every New Year's Day walking around with like a clothespin on my nose because of the sauerkraut smell filling the house.
I've seen you pick tomatoes off of things, so I can only imagine what sauerkraut does to you. Yes. But so if you add up all the things that have pork in them, except for like the salad. I can put bacon bits in the salad so I can take that to the next level. Then it's almost like the Feast of the Seven Hams. Nobody who keeps kosher is coming over this year. In the past, I had to really change things around a little bit at the last second. But that's the closest thing to our tradition. So there's validity to the idea that the Feast of Seven Fishes is not like the stereotypical Italian thing. There's a multitude of Philadelphia area traditions that people can of whose last names end in O can enjoy.
For sure. And my cousins and I, my cousin Alyssa and I, we talk about this all the time. We didn't realize that we were like having tomato pie at every
Yes.
holiday like wasn't normal because the tomato pie and fried chicken, they were like the two like appetizers that were out there. Like my great aunt Gloria, married to my uncle Joe, the shrimp man, they'd bring over the tomato pie, the fried chicken, and you'd snack on that, and then you'd have the real meal. But seven fishes were never big in the Lombardo family. It wasn't a tradition that we kept.
Fried chicken on Christmas is a Japanese Christmas thing.
Yes.
I know this. I know this for a fact. We know this. So there's a variety there. By the way, I mentioned tomato pie on the social, and I got a lot of blank stares back. So you're digging deep into this exact region when you start doing when you're doing tomato pie. But that's it. I'm looking forward to all of this.
I'm going to want to see a blue sky, a play-by-play of the Feast of the Seven Hams. I need.
Too busy cooking it to tweet about it. But I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to do some gift giving. Obviously, my kids come in from different places now. It's different from what you're doing, certainly with the little ones and the crayons and all. But just the spirit of being able to give gifts is a big part of it.
Absolutely. George McElvey checks in. We'll be doing the seven fishes tomorrow night because mom was Italian as Parmesan cheese, but I won't be eating it. The shrimp cocktail is okay, but the rest is gross. I tend to agree. I'll go like shrimp, lobster tail, crab cakes. That might be the end of the fish participation for me.
Yeah. That might be why it might have died down a lot. Like when I was a child, I didn't eat any seafood. I still rarely eat seafood. My son went to one where his friend's mom cooked the seven fish, and they're having clams casino and stuff like that. Not something we would have had back in the day. They were having calamari, which would normally be one of the things. But that might be it. A lot of too many people are saying, 2/3 of this family don't even want to eat that. Don't want to eat any of it. Why are we doing it? It might have died down that way.
For sure. You talked about getting in the gifting spirit, and it is the season of giving. It is the season of playoff football coming right around the corner. So we both kind of had the idea, why don't we give some gifts to teams across the NFL? Mike, why don't you kick us off? Because you brought this back up this morning in the outline, and it sounds like you put some serious thought into the presents you'll be giving out.
Put thought into it, and we were talking about it like a week or two ago. And the one thing I don't want to do anymore, I don't know, maybe you did it, but like do the old listicle where you give every team a gift, and like this goes back to newspapers, and like we're going to give this coach a clue, and we're going to give this coach, his the unemployment papers and things like that. And like you did the same jokes every year, and some of these might be a little hacky, but it's a visual medium here, especially on Substack and an audio, and I wanted to actually get the gifts and. So, for example, if I said something like, well, for the Colts, I want to get the Colts a gift. I want to get Philip Rivers a gift. Maybe I get like an Eric Clapton CD because it's the perfect gift for a man Philip Rivers' age, right? It's the right artist. It's the right medium, a CD, because he's a Gen Xer. We love these things, So I was actually going to go. I was looking for my AARP magazine and I couldn't find it. I think I threw it out. The latest edition of AARP magazine, I threw it away. So I had to grab something quickly. I found the Clapton CD. So
I feel like he realized last night at about 11:03 p.m. that he is an AARP recipient. I mean, you look at the first half of that game, and it was almost competent. But like you look at the interception late, you look at some of the hits that he took. Yeah, I think that he'd be thrilled to come back from Lucas Oil Stadium and jam out to some Clapton.
Right, and then you cut to like his family and his Section 248 of Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yes, the entire section.
It looks like one of those old movies, like with Six You Get Egg Roll or something like that, where you go and there's just like six generations. The Waltons are out there cheering him on. And he's got a Texans game coming. Please, Philip, retire again before the Texans come.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with that defense. I mean, that's elbow abuse.
Right. Oh, God. So that's it. That's the premise here. So we actually have the gifts, and like they're really well thought out. We didn't just go through our drawers and pick things out. Why don't you start out with like a team no one gives a crap about,
Yes, I'm
so we
trying to
can get
let
one
her
done.
know. I'm going to let our special guest know that Santa is watching, and that Mike and I will DM Santa
I
if
will
he's
DM
watching with
Shannon.
the tripod. I'd hate to do it. I hate to get you on the naughty list the day before
Right.
he takes flight, but
2 days left. You don't wanna have a gift go out the back of that sleigh.
yeah.
Seriously.
But I do have a good gift here for the. I have a stocking full of gifts for our teams that we'll be representing.
King.
I got a stocking. I'm going to reach in here, and I figured, and this was partially inspired by walkthrough on Monday. And as you know, walkthrough is mandatory reading for me. I couldn't fit a whole red zone czar in here for Matt Lafleur, but I think I
Okay.
got the next best thing. It is
Okay.
a spinning wheel for Jeff Halfley. So he
Oh,
can
okay.
decide when to and when not to blitz. You spin the wheel, and it says, "Oh, two. We're going to blitz two. We're going to blitz two extra edge rushers." Because you look at what happened on Saturday night at Soldier Field. We talked about it last week. They're going to need to figure out how to generate pressure blitzing. They're going to need to have to
Mhm.
scheme up the pressure without Micah Parsons winning one-on-one battles. And you spin the wheel. You figure out when and how many to blitz. Caleb Williams, both of his touchdown passes came
Yes.
against the blitz, including the 46-yard game-winning touchdown in overtime.
Yes.
Nice blitz pickup, but blitzing nonetheless. And if they do have to play Matthew Stafford at some point, we talked about it last week. No quarterback in the NFL has more passing touchdowns against the blitz since 2018 than Matthew Stafford's 27. So, Jeff, spin away, my friend.
Yeah, I like it. Spin it. Maybe it just doesn't have blitz on it at all. Like, dude, just cope. Just cope with what you got, and then you can flip it over for Lafleur, and it could be you're the red zone play caller, and it's
Yes.
like no swing passes to anyone, please. Like no Savion Williams, like little hints there. I love it. So that's a good gift. That's a good gift for the Packers. I do the Bills now. Let me go find the Bills gift here.
Okay.
Um, you're,
Can I white elephant the Bills? Because I think I got the perfect gift for the Bills. I think I got the perfect one. Okay.
you want to wait out for the Bills?
How
You
about
know
you
what?
give your Bills gift?
Okay.
I'll give the gift for the team that's earmarked that I think could be perfect for the Bills, and we'll
Hmm.
decide who deserves them. What do you think? Can we do it?
Okay. Let's do it. Can I go first?
Yes, well, go right ahead.
Okay. I got a little timer here, and they can use that as an alarm clock so that they're actually ready for kickoff. See, the Bills are never ready for kickoff. It is always 14-0 in a Bills game before the Bills even show up. So they can set this like a half hour before kickoff, and then they can go. Even against the Browns, they let the Browns run right down and score, and let the Browns sort of control the tempo
Yes.
of the game in the
Hung
first half.
around. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Took the Jordan Poyer interception to kind of turn the momentum because they were
Yeah.
they were kind of like playing with their food to the point where you had to wonder if it could have gone really badly for them.
It could have gone badly. And then the previous week against the Patriots, you spot them at 24-7, 24-10, I forget.
Yeah.
Similar thing at the Bengals. So get a little leg timer, guys, and set it and wake yourselves up. Have a quick coffee and then go out there on the field. Don't wait until 1 o'clock to go staggering out. Kind of like how my kid does it when he's going someplace. He staggers out 5 minutes beforehand and shows up. Don't be like that, Bills. Now, I think that's a good gift, though. Can you top it, or is it the same joke? Because we didn't
Oh,
go over this.
it's a better joke.
Okay. Oh.
I bought this for the. I won't say it's a better joke, but it might be more fitting. I have this gift for the New England Patriots, but I
Okay.
think that Josh Allen might steal it. It is a photo album from Walt Disney World from
Oh.
2025 for Drake May and the Patriots photos from the parade after they win the Super Bowl. Now, Josh
Okay.
Allen might actually win the Super Bowl and get to go to Walt Disney World as well. But I was convinced after that game, even though Lamar Jackson went out, that the
Mhm.
Patriots kind of built up a bit of a championship mindset, championship mentality.
Mhm.
Late comeback. They showed the ability to win from behind. Maybe the loss to the Bills the week before ignited things. Maybe they needed a loss to kind of right the ship. They have not one but two bye weeks going into the
Yeah.
postseason with the Jets and Dolphins. They'll be nice and well rested.
Mhm.
Travion Henderson will be back by then, so you don't have to worry about that. You look at them right now: sixth in total offense, seventh in total defense, sixth against the run. It just seems like we can talk about the soft schedule, but it just seems like when it's crunch time, when it's money time, the Patriots are rising to the moment.
Did you think about that? Did you think the same thing at 10:45 p.m. on Sunday?
No.
Well,
Oh,
that's
no.
right. That's why you might want to white elephant the gift a little bit. I don't know if you want to give it to the Bills though, especially because it's a 2025 one. It's kind of like a little insult to the Bills. This is what you should have done.
Yes.
Back when you were good, you could have done this. I see it though, because again, everything you're saying about the Patriots, I love just being crappy about the Patriots.
Yes.
Um,
You are the biggest Ebenezer Scrooge of
I'm
the
not the
Patriots.
I am not the biggest skeptic of the Patriots. Aaron Schatz, who's in that Foxborough press box every other week, is a bigger one because again, he does the statistics and they're still ranked 15th. I'm just going to do this right now and then we'll go back into it. Here is a list of the teams that the Patriots did not play this year.
Okay.
The Patriots did not have to face the Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, Packers, Lions, Bears, Eagles, Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Texans, Jaguars, early season Colts, Joe Burrow Bengals, or even the Cowboys when we were having one of their good days.
And what's disappointing is that as much as I looked at that Tampa Bay win, going down there and handling the business the way they did, it kind of lost some luster. That win became a lot less impressive because of what the Buccaneers became over the last few weeks. So
right.
I don't know that they're scheduled goblins. They haven't necessarily been tested, but they've been dominant every step of the way.
Right. And you're right. They have 2 more buys. They might have a third buy. And that's a great position to be in. And that can propel you into the next level. My turn, right?
Your turn, yes.
Okay, let me grab the Rams gift real quick.
I have to get my gifts because one of Santa's elves hijacked my stocking. So while you're getting your gift, I'm gonna grab the gifts that I had set aside with great thought in mind.
Ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. Gotta love 2 days. Whoa, look at you. Whoa.
This is my gift. This is my gift for the Rams. It's actually mine. I gotta get this sewn up here. It looks good as a muckluck. You gotta admit, when this isn't flapping in the breeze like a dog's ear, I look pretty good in this.
You look like you're ready to go on the Iditarod. Like you could like lead the Huskies through the race, through the snow.
And you know what? And you know why the Rams need this? Because they're probably going to be going on the road in the playoffs.
I know. How about that? How about that?
To Chicago, where they'll turn off the heaters on the sidelines if they don't like you, and they don't like you.
I love Tom Brady being all about the gamesmanship of turning off the heaters. I mean, he could not contain his excitement over that during the broadcast last week. And I mean, it might have been accidental. It might have been, Kevin Warren basically saying, hey, this is why we can't play at Soldier Field anymore. Or it might have just been, hey, we really, really, really hate the Packers. So we're not going to keep the heat on for you.
Tom Brady's like cheating? In ways that involve blowing things or unblowing things?
Unblowing things.
It's absolutely shocking, but the Rams might need this here. Or they might need this in Philly because if I open the window right now, oh yeah, I could use this.
It is not warm. It is not warm.
Santa is watching, Sophie.
Santa is watching, Sophia. Santa's watching.
Right.
I'll let you know when you're coming on. I promise.
But yeah, so this will be good. And you know who doesn't like the call to go over this? Matthew Stafford. Now, he played extremely well, but it was interesting that the rain started and then the Rams as a team, it might not just be Stafford, the kicking game, all these other things kind of goes sideways in the calls. So let's give them some warm weather gear.
And that was that to me, Mike. I think I was more impressed by anything else that Sam Darnold rose to the moment in that game because through 3.5 quarters watching that game, it felt like when I was in the press box in Miami for that Super Bowl when Sophia, please, Sophia, when Kyle Shanahan was scared to death of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And he hid Garoppolo for most of that game, and it was just handoff. It felt like that's what they were trying to do in Seattle. And then in the biggest moments, Darnold rose to the occasion and led them down the field and did what he needed to do. I don't know that it changes the narrative. I don't know that it reshapes things. But it's certainly that night, it was as impressive as we've seen from him.
If you can do it once, you can do it again.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Sophia, please.
Yeah. Right. I would hate to have to leave early and have someone's segment get canceled.
I know. You don't want to have your
honestly,
canceled.
but Right. Because we had to gear up to so much, it went past my scheduled time here. So that was the Rams gift. Speaking of the Bears, which we talked about, you have a Bears gift?
I do have a Bears gift, and it kind of rivals your gift for Josh Allen. This being the season of magic, it's a
Yep.
magical watch. And what
Oh,
this watch does is you can set it ahead. You can set this watch to the fourth quarter. And
oh,
ideally, it will be a fourth quarter of a game that the Bears are losing because Caleb Williams has a franchise record, 6 come from behind victories, and
hmm
his numbers in the fourth quarter, while the completion percentage isn't eye popping, just like it hasn't been at any point during the year for him, but he
hmm
has 7 passing touchdowns with
hmm
just 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter, and he's added 2 more rushing scores. So you look at what they've done in fourth quarters in this game. He's played his best football in that quarter. They've had a lot of comeback victories. I give them the magic watch to put them in a position to really capitalize on his best football when they need it most.
And we can get a couple of those watches because we can get one of him for the fourth quarter, and hopefully it has a little onside kick fumble button on there too.
Yes.
And we can get one of those or maybe a calendar for Bryce Young. So he's confused what week it is, and he always thinks it's the odd weeks, and it's time to be good. And then the even weeks, so he's just like rip. No, look, it's an odd week, so you can go. But I love that for Caleb Williams because you're right. And again, like in some of these games, you're like waiting, like even if in that Eagles game, you're waiting for Caleb. You're waiting for Caleb, and he's not playing well. Let's be blunt. It's not a superior thing. Then he comes on in the fourth quarter. Give him the magic, the TARDIS.
Yes, and set the
Yeah.
time ahead. I mean, that game it was all Kyle Monunga and DeAndre Swift. The other night it was DJ Moore in a huge moment,
Right.
Jahdae Walker with that catch.
Yes.
But Caleb, we talk about Sam Darnold rising to the moment. Caleb Williams with a signature performance. I thought it
Yes.
was his most complete game, at least late, and when they needed him to do it the most. What do we got next?
And you're seeing him run the ball in a timely way too.
Yes,
So this is for Eagles fans and Seahawks fans. I think we both got an Eagles gift. Of course, we got a
we
lot of
did.
Eagles listeners and all. But this is for Eagles and Seahawks fans. Seahawks fans were not behaving well until the fourth quarter. And I do Vancouver radio, and the hosts are like, what's wrong with the Seahawks? I'm like, what's wrong with the Seahawks? I'm sorry, am I on Philly radio? Like what's wrong with the Eagles? So I got some chill pills.
Oh, that's a good one.
These are real chill pills. Okay, this is called
They are.
Blitz. They are real chill pills. Okay, this is legal in New Jersey. I think it's legal in Pennsylvania. I know it's legal in Seattle. Everything's legal in Seattle. But you can guess what the ingredients are. But help you calm down. It's a low dosage. Help you
Okay.
calm down, relax. And I'm just going to just realize that you know that it's the real thing because it's empty.
It's been a rough year for Philly fans. It's been a rough year
Right.
for Mike.
Right. I know what you need, and it's like I'm not just a giver. I'm a user as well. So chill, but enjoy the season. Enjoy Sam Darnold having this dream season. Enjoy Caleb Williams. Enjoy Drake May. Enjoy the Eagles, even though you're like seething mad, coming off a couple of wins that were a little bit more breathe easy type of things. Relax. Find your inner bliss.
Inner bliss. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I hope we don't
I'm
get
going to
kicked off
go to
this
you. I'm going to
season.
go to your favorite squad.
Okay.
The
God.
fighting Justin Herberts in Los Angeles and the Chargers. And what I am giving them is a good old fashioned participation trophy. It's a participation trophy because they're going to the playoffs. It's going to happen.
Right.
But I don't think that they're going anywhere with that offensive line.
No.
I don't know that as much as we want to talk about Charging being dead and the fact that they're 6-1 in one-score games so far this season. Justin Herbert has been sacked 49 times all
Oh.
year. And Sunday's game against the Cowboys was the first time all year he hasn't been sacked. He's been sacked He's been sacked 5 or more times in 4 games. So when you get into the postseason and you go up against the Denver Broncos, you go up against the way the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing right now, you go up against the New England Patriots, the Texans, the best defense in football, the Texans.
Yeah.
When you go up against teams like that, you're going to need an offensive line, and the Chargers just don't have that right now.
Right. And that's one of those things where it's like, man, I'm excited what they did and how they've compensated and what Herbert has done, and what these backup linemen have done. There's a difference between that and being like, and this is the dream. This is a team of destiny.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot to get there. Maybe they scare a team of all the teams in the playoff field, except for the NFC South teams. The Chargers are one that's like, okay, it's been a gutsy effort. You're not going to be able to run this gauntlet.
I think we talked about it last week. They were the team that you should fear the least among the wild card teams, right? I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Yeah.
you talk about the teams that are getting in, just from a temperament, a long-standing problem closing standpoint, from a
Yeah.
personnel standpoint with the injuries. I just don't trust them, and I don't think that they're capable of making a run with that line.
Yeah, I was like doing the research during the last week, and it's like Jamari Slayer, who's been like all over their offensive line for a couple of years. Salyer, not Slayer. Salyer. They put him at left tackle, and it stabilized. And it was like, okay, he only gave up 2 sacks in the last 3 weeks, or some like reasonable number. Like, okay, he got hurt in the first quarter of that game. So then they had to put the other set of nitwits back in and rotate them. Fortunately, Matt Eberflus has no business being in the NFL anymore. He's gone.
Yeah.
But you're right. So that'll be good participation trophy for the Chargers. We can put Justin Herbert's name on it. We can send it to the podcast. We can talk about him for the last 5 years. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Do you have one for another one for the Eagles, or was the Bliss one your Eagle gift that you were
That was
sharing
my
with the
Eagles one.
Seahawks?
I miscounted. That was my Eagles one. So you got
Perfect.
another Eagles one.
I got to know the one right here. It is a Festivus poll in honor of today being Festivus. I don't know if you watch Seinfeld or not.
Yes, yeah.
But it's the Festivus for the rest of us. And
Right.
this is the opportunity for A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts and whoever else to air their grievances privately. The fans can come and they can gather around the Festivus poll, and rather than calling into WIP, they can address Nick Sirianni directly. We don't have to worry about A.J. Brown going on Twitch or social media. Come to the Festivus poll, air your grievances, players only meetings, get right in every single way before the playoffs get underway.
I was expecting a bunny, but we'll take the Festivus thing. Tell you what, you get your chill pills, you go around the Festivus poll. You don't even want to air grievances. Your grievances will melt away. Have a little cocoa, have a little eggnog. Again, we're in the same boat. Relax. I have a funny feeling we better get the elf in here before that room explodes, before I see that Christmas tree on fire.
Do you before we get to that, we will get to the elf in here who might be working away onto the naughty list.
Yeah.
Do you buy that the Eagles are fixed?
No.
That they fixed themselves and they've righted themselves over the last 2 weeks? Because I'm still healthily skeptical based on who they dominated, and I don't think we're going to get a test or a feel for it the next 2 weeks because I don't know how much they're going to have to play.
I think they got the tires rotated, they got the oil change, the filter change, but the car's the car. And we'll see where it goes. The Packers are a mess. The Lions are playing themselves out of everything. The Bears, again, as of the onside kick, you're like, well, that was a great effort. Good luck, guys. Now they look a little better, but that's the way it goes. Only the Rams and Seahawks really look that much better, and the Seahawks have Darnold, and the Rams will be going on the road. It's anybody's game. I don't think the Eagles are fixed. I just think the opportunities are there, and they're not tripping and falling and stumbling in like they did in 2023. So,
I think the Bears could give them a game in the playoffs too. I mean, they came into Philadelphia and beat them here. They ran all over the defense, and just the way that they're creating timely turnovers in Chicago. I like their brand of football. I do think that it travels a little bit, and
it travels.
Why not go into Philly? You know,
it travels like the Bears, yeah, and the Rams, yeah, brand of football travels too. But again, the Panthers beat the Rams, this season, in Charlotte, in the rain. So you have those things. So all these things are in play. Everyone can beat everybody else, including the Eagles, who have beaten a lot of these teams. So again, watch it. Take a deep breath, have your favorite cocktail, have something else that might be legal in your area if you partake, and calm down and enjoy it. Go around the Festivus pole like it's the Maypole. Have fun with this.
Yeah, we got the Festivus poll. It's ready to go. It's ready to go for Philadelphia. And I have a feeling, I've covered the Eagles back in the day when like fans would show up on the fence across from the NovaCare parking lot. They hang signs and banners and like camp out. It wouldn't shock me that we would see a Festivus poll outside of the NovaCare complex that fans will be gathering around.
They should be doing it right now then. Today is Festivus. It's the 23rd. A lot of people do have off tomorrow. If you don't do that, find something fun to do to relax, to not be in this weird headspace that people were in a couple weeks ago. I think at least the last 2 wins settled people down a little bit. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
I guess we'll bring in the elf here because there's been, despite the long conversations and laying down the ground rules of how we're going to do things, and I'll call ready. The elves had no patience. So you're.
I used to teach in schools in the 23rd. I know how this goes.
Yeah, Comedy Smith will kind of get us in. So let's.
This sounds terrible.
I know the sound isn't good because I don't have a microphone or anything. But Sophia, why don't you come in here and we're gonna do a little bit of picking the games on Christmas, just like you pick them on Thanksgiving. Come over here, okay?
So
The Lions. So the Lions are playing. Yeah. Sophia, come here.
Yeah. Sophia, I have a question.
Sophia, Mike has a question.
I have a question.
What?
There's been a lot of mayhem in the last half hour. Was that you, or was it Luca, or was it the kitty cat?
Luca and the kitty cat.
My goodness.
I hope you're not compounding a little bit of lively behavior with a fib.
I know. It's like the double dose of naughty list material.
It's like doubling down on the naughty. But that's between you and Santa. I know I look like Santa, but I'm not Santa. Anyway, happy Festivus.
Happy Festivus. Happy day before Christmas Eve. We'll do early dismissal today. So we had the chaotic podcast.
Right. Well, that's it. They get sugared up on that day before Christmas. Again, I know how it is. There's the cat.
Show Daddy the elves.
There's Tigger.
That's Tigger.
Show Daddy the elves.
You can show me the elves, yes. But we're going to pick some games here, right? And Michael, you pick it.
The elves are right there.
Oh, the elves, the Christmas elves on the shelves. What we got? We'll have to use some magic so they can go back later today. Come here, Sophie.
No, Sophie.
Your own body.
You're not.
Pay for that.
Okay.
Let me ask you something. What kind of treats did you have when you were at school today? What sort of treats did you have?
At your party, what kind of treats did you have at your holiday party?
Did you have cookies?
You have cookies?
Yeah.
Did you have some candies?
I had cupcakes, candy. Yeah, a lot.
Now I'm certain you
explained it all.
Yeah. The first game we need you to pick, Sophia, is Commanders against Cowboys. I'm worried you don't have a prop for Commanders against Cowboys, but can you make a pick for us?
We're going to go into our bag of props. I think she saw my Christmas stocking and decided that she was going to get some gift bags.
Oh, that's very good.
Props as well.
Very good.
Commanders versus Cowboys.
Yes,
who do we have?
Yes. You can't guess. You have to guess.
Okay. I'm going to guess Cowboys because I think there's a chance you might have Woody or somebody like that, yeah, I forgot her name. What's her name? Jessie. Yes. I love her. She's amazing. I know I just forgot her name, so it doesn't sound authentic. But so does that mean you're picking Cowboys, or are you saying like she's sort of the commander of the toys?
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Or maybe
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys too in this one. I don't know about you. Marcus Mariota banged up again. Yeah. Skeleton crew of a skeleton crew. Cowboys, though, Dallas doesn't have anything to play for, which means they're going to go out and hang a 50-burger on them, and Dak Prescott's going to throw for 450 yards and 4 touchdowns. Pressure's off. I'm going Dallas here.
I'm going to go with Dallas too. So we're all picking the Cowboys, including Sophia and Jessie, the cowgirl. So that's the first one. I don't think there's a lot of drama in this next pick, Sophia. It's the Lions against the Vikings. Who are you picking? Lions against...
I don't really like cats anymore, but...
You don't like cats?
I kind of like cats, but an animal just made me pick something else.
Oh, it's a lion. There he is.
There's me again.
That's a beautiful lion. By the way, you don't like cats anymore?
Kind of.
What is happening?
Don't say that. Don't say that around Tigger. I don't think you'd be too happy to hear that.
I do like Tiggle, but I don't really like that.
You're not like into cats the way you were into cats. Understood. My God.
It's a different animal, and I did change my creature to something else.
Okay, what did you change your creature to?
Oh, you have to guess.
It's like a zoo animal. These animals that reside in zoos.
Is it a giraffe?
No.
A zebra?
No.
Chimpanzee?
No.
You can tell him.
Thompson's gazelle?
No.
Starts with an F.
It starts with an F. A fox?
Close. It's a ferret. She wants a ferret for Christmas, which I don't think is going to happen because I don't think the cat and the ferret will get along all that well.
I'm not getting a real one. I'm gonna just get a toy one that goes around and it's crazier.
Have you ever smelled a real ferret?
Stinky?
Yeah, they're very stinky. But toy ferret smells like a toy, so you have that going for us. Ferrets are kind of cool. A great thing to visit when one of your friends has one. Let's get with the last one here. So we have the last game, Broncos against Chiefs. I know we had to do a Chiefs a couple weeks ago. Who are you picking Broncos against Chiefs?
Broncos against Chiefs. And, just as an aside, how upset does Netflix have to be with that game? No more Patrick Mahomes, no more Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
You guess.
I'm going to guess, while you might not like cats anymore and your creature may have changed, most little girls have a horsey around somewhere. So I'm going to think you might have be showing a horsey for the Broncos. Especially with Jesse's horsey. I forget her name, but... Oh, it's a My Little Pony horse. Which one's that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I just like this pony. I don't know what its name is.
I don't know. So you don't really watch the My Little Ponies?
No, not really.
I don't either. I'm not a brony, which is an older guy.
I said brony.
A brony is an older guy who likes the ponies. So it's like a dad who likes the ponies so much. They're like, let's watch the My Little Ponies.
He likes it. He's a brony.
I got them a part-time brony, I guess.
He's a brony. No, I know he's a brony. He always sits there and watches My Little Pony.
That's with you sometimes, yes.
No, I don't watch it. You always watch it in your office.
Okay.
You sing songs and stuff.
At 1 o'clock on Sunday, he's watching My Little Pony. But that's, again, it's kind of a fun show. It's neat. But make sure tell all the kids in your class that your dad's a brony. Make sure you do that. And so you picked the Broncos then, because the Broncos a horse, and you picked the pony. And I think that is definitely the right pick, because all the players on the Chiefs are injured. So that's going to be like the guaranteed lock of a pick. I think.
Do we even know who the quarterback is for Kansas City in this game? Because is it Noah Gray? Is it...
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I know that the fella, Alana Kuhn, got hurt as well.
Yes. We're talking like scraping the bottom of the barrel. We're not getting the dirt underneath the barrel at this point in Kansas City.
And somebody dropped me a email going over it, and I can't find it right now. So, again, it's the 23rd. I'm not prepped up. They have somebody. It's not on the practice squad, and it's not Alana Kuhn. I said his name wrong. But I forget who is going to be the quarterback if Alana Kuhn doesn't go, and I don't think Minshew's available.
No.
This is his dog.
Yeah, let's call American Girl.
So I'm going to call this podcast.
Yes, I am. I am too. I'm waving the red flag. Forget the shirt. I'm gonna wave the red shirts. This is going completely off the rails. We've lost control over here. I'm gonna put something else in that eggnog. I think I need some after this. But thanks everybody for the patience and for tuning in. Mike, thanks for the gifts for the teams. We'll see how they're received. Thank you for Sophia the elf for joining us to make her selections.
Yes.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. And Mike, we'll talk to you next week.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Sophia. I'm sending it straight to Santa, just as a warning. Merry Christmas, everybody. To all who celebrate, happy holidays. We'll see you before New Year's. Take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone.